Love, unrequited, robs me of my rest. Love, hopeless love, my ardent soul encumbers. Love, nightmare-like, lies heavy on my chest, and weaves itself into my midnight slumbers. When you're lying awake with a dismal headache, repose is tabooed by anxiety. I conceive you may use any language you choose to indulge in without impropriety. For your brain is on fire, the bedclothes conspire of usual slumber to plunder you. First your coverlet goes and uncovers your toes, and your sheet slips demurely from under you. Then the blanketing tickles, you feel like mixed pickles, so terribly sharp is the pricking. And you're hot and you're cross and you tumble and toss till there's nothing twixt you and the ticking. Then the bedclothes all creep to the ground in a heap, and you pick 'em all up in a tangle. Next your pillow resigns and politely declines to remain at its usual angle. Well, you get some repose in the form of a doze with hot eyeballs and head ever aching. But your slumbering teems with such horrible dreams that you'd very much better be waking. For you dream you are crossing the channel and tossing about in a boat called the Chi-Chi-Mon. And the chop is so rough that the crew's had enough, and you'll man the lifeboats on the intercom. It's no better on land, for the bike lanes are banned on the highway that's slowed for construction. And you're driving at night, a deer in your headlights, so your car suffers total destruction. Then you walk over there and you're chased by a bear, and you're sprayed by a skunk for good measure. So you take a long shower that's cold for an hour, your body becomes even tenser. Well, your traveling's bizarre if by footboat or car, and you don't even know where you're going. Next you're ripped by a phone, so your clothes are all torn, now your polka dot knickers are showing. But this you can't stand, so you throw up your hand, and you find you're as cold as an icicle. Standing by the roadside, you try thumbing a ride, and find something that's equally frightful. What's that bump up ahead? It's a swing bridge instead. You're stuck for it's closed all night, all week. The equipment all pounds with cacophonous sounds like the soundtrack from Nightmare on Elm Street. Something's wrong with the view, there's another work crew building turbines upon McLean's mountain. Windmills up one by one till they have 1,000,000, but after a while, who the heck's counting? Then you head to the west cause you missed Country Fest, and you get to Chiking. What's the M for? There's a snake in the loo and a cougar in view, and you wonder just what you are in for. And then what should appear but some people who hear you drone on singing Apple's Wolf Theatre. Carol Lee's at the back and she's having a nap, so would someone please a resuscitator? The dream just goes on like this horrible song. Surely you'll agree it's beyond bearing, but you'll never have fun till your nightmare is done. So you wake with a shudder despairing. You are regular wreck with a crick in your neck, and no wonder you snore, for your head's on the floor, and you've needles and pins from your associations, and your flesh is a creep for your left leg's asleep, and you've cramp on your toes and a fire in your nose. It's a fluff in your lung and a feverish tongue and a thirst that's intense in a general sense, but you haven't been sleeping in clover. But the darkness is past, and it's daylight at last, and the night has been long. Ditto, ditto, my song. And thank goodness they're both of them over.